So this problem asks you to create a variable. And what is a variable? Well, it's the noun version, the computer science noun version of the word vary. And what does that mean? Well, a variable is a space in the computer's memory where you can save values. Right. And what kind of values have we been talking about so far? We've been talking about strings, we've been talking about integers, and floats, floating point numbers. Right. And so when you think about a variable, you want to think of it as a cup. Like if you see on my desk, I have lots of cups. And why? Because that's what I use to visualize what a variable is. It's a place where you can save a number, like the number 5. If you think about something that you use very often, maybe you could think about Facebook. Right? Facebook needs to save your name so that it could print it on the screen when you go to your home page. Well, what is it doing? It's saving your name in a variable when you first create your account, and then it's using the contents of that variable, your name, to print it out to the screen on the web page of your home page. Right? So that's what a variable is, and we're going to be using them quite a bit. So it's good to have a clear understanding of what it is. And something that I found to be true as you learn computer science is if you cannot visualize what is happening, you don't understand it. And even if you do understand it, you won't remember it. Right? So as you're learning all of these milestones, everything you're learning, every time you learn something new, you want to be able to visualize it. And when I mean visualize it, I mean like say, a variable is just like a cup. And in your mind, you're going to see a cup. And you can say, and the equal sign is the way that you put something into the cup. And you want to visualize the number 5 going into the cup and saving it there. Right? And by doing that, you would be able to explain the process to somebody else. And if you're not aware, if you're able to explain something, the way it works, that's the true test of whether you understand it. Okay. Can't explain something, you don't understand it, even if you think you do. Okay. I graduated my computer science undergraduate program. I could explain nothing to you. Right? I couldn't explain anything. I didn't understand anything. So if somebody had sat me down earlier on and said, Daniel, you need to be able to visualize everything, I think that would have made my learning experience at the college level a lot more enriching. Right? So I do that now to you. And that's what a variable is. It's like a cup. How do you make a cup in Python? You just give it a name, right? You just write down the name, gravity. Now we have this variable called gravity. And how do you set it equal to the value 6.6? Whoa. 6.6, well, you use the assignment operator is what it's called, the assignment operator. And the assignment operator takes the value on the right side of the equal sign and places it into the variable on the left side of the equal sign. So you want to think of this equal sign as being the hand that takes the number 5 and puts it into the cup that has the name gravity on the front of it. Right. So I'm going to put a 5 right there. That puts the value 5 into the variable called gravity. This might be a little confusing because in algebra it goes the other way. It goes from left to right, but in computer science it goes from right to left. Okay. In this case, for this question, we don't want to put the number 5. We want to put this value, which I think is a constant for gravity. Maybe some of you physics people can check that for me, but we do that. And so what's happening? We're creating a cup and we're putting the number 6.6 into the cup. Now finally we want to print out the number 6.6. So how do we do that? Well, we can print variables. Okay. And it's not going to print the word gravity here. It's going to find the cup that has the name gravity on the front of it, and then it's going to take out the contents of that cup and it's going to print it out to the screen. So that's what's happening here. Print is finding the cup with the name gravity on it, finding the variable gravity is what we say, the variable gravity, and printing out its contents. So I do that, and that's what we find out, right? We don't print the word gravity here. It doesn't print the name of the variable. It prints the contents of the variable. And gravity, the variable name, can be treated just like any other integer or floating point. We could multiply to it, we could divide to it, and we can do all sorts of things, right? And that's why variables are so useful, because we're able to run math operations on them, right? And we're going to be doing that a lot more as we move forward.